It has now been 6 to 7 months ever since Gukesh was crowned the World Chess Champion. Yes, at the age of 18, he became the 18th World Chess Champion. But now, staying on the top is something that Gukesh is finding out the hard way. The life of a world champion is never ever easy. You're subject to the most intense and brutal scrutiny that you can ever get in the world of chess. Because the Europeans and the Americans want to reclaim that place back. Now, amidst all of this, Gukesh is going to play in a very important event starting from May 26th onwards till June 6th, which is Norway Chess. And in Norway Chess, why this event is so important for Gukesh? Look at the pedigree, look at the class of the players that he's up against. Magnus Carlsen, Fabiano Caruana, Hikaru Nakamura, Wei Yi, Arjun Erigaisi. The above three are the greats of the modern era. There's no mistaking it. Hikaru Nakamura, Magnus Carlsen and Fabiano Caruana. All are simply the greatest that are there at this point. Gukesh is the world champion. Arjun is one of the top Indians in the fray. And Wei Yi, let's not mistake him, he's also sublime when it comes to it. Now, the tournament is also pretty weird in a lot more ways because this is how the format is going to be. 120 minutes, 10-second increment starting on move 41. It's basically double round robin. Everybody plays each other 2 times. If the classical game ends in a tie, players contest an Armageddon game. Now that is the twist in the format. Classical chess, if you want to play, if it's drawn, then you play an Armageddon game. Players earn different amount of points depending on each match result. So, what is the match structure and what is the Armageddon structure? What is the point structure? The point system. If you win in the classical game, you get 3 points. If you draw in the classical game and win in Armageddon, you get 1.5 points. You draw in the classical game and lose in the Armageddon, you get 1 point. So that is why the Armageddon is also very, very important in chess. Now, what is the Armageddon system? If a classical game ends in a tie, an Armageddon game decides the winner. The player who had white pieces in the classical game also plays white in the Armageddon. Now, this is a disadvantage. Normally, you'll say, what? How come white is at a disadvantage? Because if you look at the time control, white has 10 minutes, black has 7 minutes on the clock. Then why are you saying white has a disadvantage? Armageddon rules clearly state black only needs to draw. White needs to win. If white doesn't win, black is declared the winner. Though that is the twist in the Armageddon. 10 minutes for white, 7 minutes for black. But black only needs to draw. White needs to win. Now, why this tournament is very important for Gukesh? Number one, ever since he became the world champion, the first major tournament that he played in was the Tata Steel Chess tournament in Wijk. He was doing very, very well until the final game when he lost to Arjun Erigaisi. And since then, the wind has totally gone off Gukesh's sails. Look at what has happened. He lost to Praggnanandhaa in the playoffs after losing to Arjun Erigaisi. But then came 2 to 3 months of intense horror for Gukesh because after the Wijk Tata Steel loss, it was actually the best that he's had so far in the first half of 2025. No wins in Weissenhaus freestyle. Paris freestyle, he absolutely botched it up. And if you look at Superbet Classic Romania, he managed only 1 win. That was Levon Aronian. And what was the most damning indictment of it? Superbet Romania was a classical chess event. Now, classical chess is something that Gukesh is priding himself upon. But here, freestyle, okay, you can understand, not many people can get into the freestyle mold. Nobody is Magnus Carlsen or Fabiano Caruana. But classical, Superbet Romania raised a lot of alarm bells, and that is why Gukesh needs a great performance in 2025 in Norway. Because if he doesn't, then the criticism that he did not deserve to be the world champion will only grow and grow and grow. And whether he can cut off the outside noise is something many people will be deliberating. So yes, from 26th to 6th, it's an acid test for Gukesh, because he needs to ensure that he lives up to the world championship credentials. He beats any of the three in Carlsen, Nakamura and Caruana. Then he will silence those critics. But if he doesn't, the critics are only going to get louder. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.